Ladies and gentlemen, talk of the town after 2 months has returned because the NBA playoffs have arrived. We've all been waiting for this. We know we talk about football all the time, but this is what we live for right here. So, Jay, I am happy to see that beautiful face. How you feeling today, bro?
Likewise, bro. Likewise. I am feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. It was a beautiful day. It started off an ugly morning, but now it's even greater because I'm here with you right now, bro. Let's get to it. I'm so happy to be back. I apologize for all the delays and everything. I just been working, so he's been grinding though. So he's still putting out content, so it don't matter though. You just check out his page. Check out. We get into it.
We're going to keep it short and sweet for y'all. NBA playoff predictions is all we're giving to you today, and we're going to get right into it. And we're going to display our integrity because we are doing this at the start of the first game of the play-in. And we're going to make our picks on that game and hopefully not let what we're seeing affect us. So, Jay, we're going to go with you first. So, Cleveland at Brooklyn to get that 7 spot.
I'm going to be real. I like Brooklyn Nets a lot. I love Kyrie Irving, love Kevin Durant. But throughout the whole season, the biggest factor has been with them is defense. I believe the Cavs are a young, great team that, they're great scorers. You got Evan Mobley, you got Darius Garland. Who else is on there? What's his name? You got Karis LeVert. So it was like Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're a good team over there. So I got Cavs over the Nets, for the 7th seed. But yeah. Yep.
All right, so game tomorrow. Probably one of the best point guard matchups we're going to see in this round. LaMelo versus Trey, Hornets versus Atlanta to move ahead in the second round of the play-in tournament. Who you got?
I got Hornets over. Over. I got Hornets over Atlanta.
We got a double upset out of you, Jay. So now Hornets are playing Brooklyn to get into the 8 seed. Who you got?
Hornets. I mean, no, Brooklyn. No, Brooklyn. My apologies.
Okay. It was about to get ugly.
Yeah,
it was about to get ugly for a second.
I was thinking too hard.
All right, so now let's move over to the West. Another game tonight, which hopefully by the time you're watching this video, game won't have started yet because we're going to get it out as fast as possible. But Clippers traveling to Minnesota for the 7th seed.
T-Wolves.
I like that.
All day. Clippers, they have a great coach in Tyron. He's a great coach. But they just nobody's healthy over there. No one. They don't have that it guy. They don't have that it factor. They're a great basketball team, but they don't have the it factor. They can play ball, but like I said, they don't have that factor.
Right.
But yeah, I got Wolves over Clippers.
So now this right here is the downside of the play-in tournament is that we got 2 bum squads in the Spurs and the Pelicans fighting to get a playoff spot. I mean, respect to them for getting here and beating out the Lakers to get to the spot. But 9 seed Pelicans versus Spurs, who are we giving it to?
I give it to the Pelicans. Nah. Yeah, I give it to the Pelicans.
I'm writing in pen,
honestly,
so are you sure it's the Pelicans? Because I'm writing this in pen. All right.
Yes, Pelicans. Because one, DeJounte Murray, wasn't he just sick? He was just sick, I think.
Yeah.
He was sick and he lost like 10 pounds, I think.
Right.
So that's not good. He was the it factor for the team this year, almost all-star type, vibes. But and ever since McCollum went over there, they actually have been playing great basketball because they have another scorer besides Ingram right now, and they're doing things over there right now.
Right. All right, so that gives you the Pelicans against the LA Clippers to lock in the 8 seed. Who we got?
Pelicans over Clippers. I go with Pelicans. I stand on my toes. Go upset.
Hey, let's get Zion healthy for that first round matchup. Let's put Zion in there, right? Come on.
Bro, dude, I feel so bad for him. I don't feel bad for him, but it's just like, come on, dude. Why is this happening?
Right.
But yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pick my play-ins and then we'll go over to the first round. In the East, I gotta give it to Brooklyn to get that 7 seed, beat the Cavs tonight. I'm not gonna watch that game. I'm not gonna have it on, so I'm just gonna stick.
I'm
with
watching it right now.
I'm just gonna stick with the Nets and see what happens. 9 seed. I'm not gonna bet against Atlanta. I'm gonna go Atlanta. to win that first round matchup. And I'm going to go Atlanta again to beat Cleveland to get the 8 seed. Cleveland is 7-11 this season without Jared Allen, and he's going to be done for this play-in for the remainder of the playoffs should they get into the first round. So when you got a guy, when you got two lob threats like John Collins, Clint Capella, I know Mobley's still a good rim protector, but he can't play 48. So I'm gonna give it to Atlanta, slide into the 8 seed, and create a hell of a first round matchup with Miami should they both be healthy. In the West, I'm really scared to pick the Clippers because I love the Timberwolves, but I feel like it comes down to one game. After what I saw last year, Playoff P has returned, and he shut up all the people calling him the choker. So Playoff P going into Minnesota and taking that 7 seed from the T-Wolves. For the 9, I'm gonna agree with the Pelicans at the 9 seed, and I'm gonna stop their season right after that win and give T-Wolves the 8 seed. Respect to the Pels. They got a bright future. Hopefully Zion can get healthy. I think everyone wants to see that. But it stops here. Cat dropping a 40 burger on them. So I got the T-Wolves sliding in at 8, Clippers sliding in at 7, and on the opposite side, I got Brooklyn at the 7 and Atlanta at the 8. So now, Jay, first round matchups. Start off in the East. You gave me Heat Nets as the 1-8. So who and in how many?
Nets in 5.
Wow.
I think the Heat are a great team, but that run that they had wasn't a fluke, but it was a great run.
Yeah.
It was a great run. I'm not a big fan of the Heat. It's weird to say that too because when I first started consistently watching basketball, it was the Miami Heat.
Right.
But yeah, Nets in 5. I'd say 6 if I'm being like if I wanna too pessimistic about what I am. What am I thinking for it? But like 6 or 5.
All right. Celtics, shocking second half of the year, turned it up to a whole nother level. Got the 2 seed. They're playing who you chose in this 7-seeded play-in game that's happening right now. Cleveland Cavaliers, Celtics or Cavs, and how many?
Celtics and 5.
All right.
So the first one.
It's gonna be real fun to watch the Celtics play in this postseason. I'm excited. I hope it doesn't pan out the way I predicted, and the Nets play in the Celtics because I don't think that's gonna go too well for the Celtics, as you guys will hear me say officially once we get to my side of the bracket again. But all right, 3-6 matchup: Bucks versus the Bulls. Bucks, Bulls. Who's gonna win that?
All right, Bucks, Bulls.
Right.
I got Bucks. I say in 6.
All right. I want to see something out of the Bulls in that series, man. I don't believe that I'm gonna, but I want to see something.
So it was like they went from being one of the best teams in the NBA to not one of the worst, but like
in terms of playoff teams, they might be bottom of that barrel.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like,
All right, last first round matchup in the East: 76ers, Raptors.
I say the Sixers. I really don't like the Sixers, but like Joel Embiid is who he is. He has basketball, but James Harden, I'm not a big fan of James Harden because his work ethic and who he is. But I say Sixers and 7. I think the Raptors are a great basketball team. So, but I still say
underrated basketball team too. Pascal Siakam averaging 22, damn near 23 a game. Fred VanVleet, All-Star. Gary Trent, one of the best shooters in the league. Scotty Barnes could be Rookie of the Year. Like, that's a good squad.
Thank you. Yep.
They slid ahead of the Bulls, and I ain't heard a word about Toronto all year, and they're the 5 seed. And probably one of the best coaches in basketball too, if we're being honest. Nick Nurse might be one of the best coaches in the league.
I mean, he's been doing this since Kawhi was there until Kawhi left. So it's like he's a great basketball coach. But no, I didn't even. That's 5 seed. Wow. And the thing is, I heard nothing about that team.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
Scotty Barnes is averaging some good numbers right now. So it's like it's kind of crazy to think that. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to West for you, Jay. Suns Pelicans in the first round, 1-8 matchup. Who we got? All right,
This
moving on. Grizzlies T. Suns in 4. Anyway, Grizzlies Timberwolves. Who we got?
That's gonna be a great series.
I think so.
That could be a great series. Great series. Bro, the Grizzlies been off a beam, bro.
Yeah.
Grizzlies in 6.
All right.
Because
Warriors versus. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good.
I was gonna
like
move on. If you got more to say, go ahead.
I like the Timberwolves, but it's like, you know, not every year, but ever since D'Lo and them got there, it's been it's only been like 2 years, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2.5.
2.5. All right, yeah. But in those 2 years, what we've seen, we didn't see much out of them in the playoff. We've seen something, but like they just can. Yeah, Warriors Nuggets. I was actually thinking about that. That's actually gonna be probably one of my favorite series to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the fact, one, Steph Curry isn't healthy. 2, Jamal Murray isn't healthy. So this, in my eyes, is considerably evened out. This series right here is like, oh, this series picking up. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Gotcha,
All right. I don't know, but yeah, I got Warriors, and this series might go to 7.
All right. We've heard a lot about, Curry might be practicing this week. I assume that he'll be playing within the first 2 games, but nothing's for sure. Nobody on the Warriors has come out with any information, which obviously I don't assume that they will. They don't want to let Denver know what the plan is going forward. But either way, that's probably not a team that the Warriors wanted to see in the first round, so it's going to be an exciting series either way. Last matchup in the West, first round, Dallas versus Utah.
But the Warriors got to worry about that Joker.
Yeah.
Man, Batman MVP. But Jazz. I'm just gonna be that type of person. I want to take the Mavs sweeping the Jazz. Just because I like to joke around, It's not even jokes, but like I'm not a fan of the Jazz and never have been a fan of the Jazz because I feel like that team is a championship team and they should have won a championship a while ago. In my eyes.
Listen, I'm gonna say something right now, and a lot of people might disagree with me. Some might agree, but if the Jazz get first rounded by a Mavericks team with a hobbled Luka Doncic, blow it up. Trade everybody. We want 30 draft picks. We want all the picks. Mitchell gone, Rudy gone, Conley gone, Clarkson gone. Blow it up. Every year we come in with the same boo-boo ass roster. We're like, oh, they had such a good regular season. I can't wait to see what they do in the playoffs. And then they get smoked in the semis. Last year they lost to PG only. Kawhi wasn't even healthy, and they got smoked.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. But no, they're a great team. They just always disappoint me to the point where I can't anymore. Like I don't want to see them fail, but I don't want to I don't want to see them succeed.
I understand that. All right, I think we'll go to my side of the first round first, and then we'll go to your side of the second round. So my first round in the East, I got Heat versus Hawks in the first round. I'm not a big believer in Miami either, but I mean, Trey had a lot of magic in the playoffs last year. I don't see any more coming out of this year. I'll go Miami in 5.
You say you don't see any more coming out this year?
There's going to be plenty of Trey Young magic, but I don't know if Atlanta is going to have all the magic. Trey could do his thing, give me 30, but I'm not saying that's going to be enough to beat Miami because that team can go 10 deep. 5 out substitution looking like St. Peter's. All right, and Celtics Nets in the first round. Nets as the 7th seed as a result of my play-in predictions, a rematch of the first round last year. And it's going to go pretty damn similarly. I got the Nets in 6. It's very unfortunate that I had this matchup because I wanted to see the Celtics make a deep run. I said that if they couldn't make a run this year, that maybe one of those two stars has to go. And in this fantasy land of predictions that I'm living in right now, I wouldn't do it just yet if you lose to Brooklyn, especially considering, Kyrie's going to be playing and who knows about Ben Simmons. Apparently he's walking around like he's Jordan, or so I've heard, but Michael Jordan at 60 probably does have the same skill set as Ben Simmons. But anyway, we're going to Bucks versus Bulls in the 3-6 matchup. Defending champs Giannis Antetokounmpo
Go.
getting the brooms out against the Bulls.
Ooh.
I was rooting for the Bulls. I'm a big Zach LaVine guy, Lonzo guy. Kobe White went to UNC. I like DeSumo. I think he was probably the steal of the draft. Probably forgetting a couple more dudes on that team. But I love that team, and unfortunately, they haven't been any good team in the regular season. And what I originally thought they were going to do was go the San Antonio Spurs route and just beat all the bad teams and then go 500 against the good teams. But they went like 0 against the good teams. They weren't beating anybody.
That was the problem even in the beginning of the season that we talked about. So that means it just kept.
Right away, they got beat by the Warriors early. See a picture of Curry going like this before the shot went in. But that's when we knew, like, all right, Chicago. All right, Chicago. And then Philly versus the Raptors. We had a lot of nice things to say about the Raptors, and I truly believe in all of them. But star power of Philly, I think, is going to be too much for Toronto. So I'm going to go Philly in 6. I don't know what to think about Harden right now, but I know Joel Embiid is probably going to be the MVP of the league this year. He wouldn't necessarily get my vote, but clearly one of the most dominant players in the league, if not the. And who knows? I mean, we've seen Harden throughout the playoffs try to do the things he does in the regular season and it not work so well, but now he's the number 2 option. So we'll see how that ends up going. But I got the Sixers. I got the Sixers in 6. Mm-hmm. And we're going to head on over to the West. Suns versus T-Wolves. T-Wolves getting the 8th seed from the play-in tournament. T-Wolves are another team I want to see succeed, but unfortunately, Suns winning 60-plus this year. I don't see them losing many in this series. I'll give the Timberwolves 1. I'm going to go Suns in 5. I really want to see the Timberwolves succeed. I hope they get better. I hope they make some good adjustments this offseason because they're talented, but they're not deep, so root for the Timberwolves, but I don't see them having a chance in this series. And now I got the Clippers as the 7th seed playing against Memphis in the first round. Memphis is good with Ja. They're great without Ja. They got Defensive Player of the Year candidate. They got 2 Most Improved Player candidates. So, not betting against Memphis. I'm going to go 4-1. I'm going to go Grizzlies in 5. I want to give the Clippers a little bit more, but PG, who hasn't been healthy all year,
bro,
kind of. I'm still, I saw a lot out of the Clippers in the postseason last year. I mean, they took the Suns to what, 6 games in the conference finals. They beat Utah without Kawhi. They took the Suns to 6 without Kawhi. So, Clippers have a good roster, and if Kawhi can get healthy next year, that's not a team I want to see. But unfortunately, he's not going to be here.
He ain't healthy,
and he might not ever be healthy, that motherfucker. So, Warriors versus Nuggets in the first round. Like we said about Steph Curry, not sure what his status is, but questionable for game 1 I've been seeing, which really means questionable for game 2 as well. I believe he's going to play both, but that's not a matchup the Warriors want. I know Looney's been an Iron Man this year, but he ain't guarding Jokic.
Mm-mm.
You're just going to have to send the house at Jokic and make the other guys beat you. That's what I would do anyway, but, there's a reason why I'm not coaching in the NBA. I'm going to go Warriors in 6. I just don't think the Nuggets have enough power to beat the Warriors, man. Your second and third best players are out. Like, credit to Jokic for getting them this far, but against the Suns last year in the playoffs, they got swept. I mean, you're going to run into a team this good, which I truly think the Warriors are title contenders, fully healthy, which, assuming Steph will be, it's just too tough of a matchup for them. So Warriors in 6, and then final matchup of the first round, Mavs, Jazz, and Luka's injury is lingering right now. He's got a couple days off to get it right. Rudy Gobert had this injury earlier on in the year, and it sidelined him for 3 weeks. Granted, it wasn't the playoffs. I mean, many people have played through worse injuries in the playoffs. So I expect Luka to play. I expect him to be great. I expect them to lose the series, though. I don't know how much we can get out of him, because if I'm being honest, Jay, I don't think that's a really good roster. I think Luka is doing some LeBron James stuff and willing them to victory, because old LeBron stuff, not anymore. The old like 2018 type of stuff. But I mean, I don't think it's enough, man. I got Utah winning this in 7. I'm gonna give Luka the benefit of the doubt, but we saw last year in the playoffs he had a great series against the Clippers, but when it came down to that fourth quarter, his percentage just started up here in the first, and then it slowly dropped throughout the game because he's got to play the whole basketball game. He's got to carry that team because they're not very talented. I hate to say it, but to be a 4 seed with that roster, it's impressive out of Luka. Like, he's a superstar, but I think the luck's gonna run out and Utah's gonna take it in 7. I'll bring it back to your side, Jay. Second round matchup, we got Celtics and Bucks and Sixers and Nets. Which one would you like to do first?
Sixers, Nets. I got Sixers and 6. No, Nets and 6.
Okay. That's going to be a series that I really want to see. I hope that series happens because I really want to see Sixers play the Nets.
Kyrie Irving's going to bust his ass like he used to bust his ass in practice. You used to get mad at him.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, when I saw that tweet, I laughed.
All right.
He just turned the ball. All right.
Nets in 6. Now we got Bucks, Celtics to go to the conference finals.
This is I don't like this because I like the Celtics. They're a great basketball team. The Bucks are the Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I got Bucks in 7.
All right. That would be a hell of a series. They've played a couple times in the postseason since Tatum's been drafted, but I would like to see that series too. They got there's so many good teams this year, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of good basketball teams this year, title contenders. So we got Nets and Bucks in the conference finals. Let's go to the West, though. Wrap that up. Suns versus Mavs.
Suns versus Mavs. I got Mavs and Suns in 5.
Grizzlies, Warriors at the matchup everybody wants to see. Rematch from the play-in.
Warriors in 6 because Curry will be playing by healthy team, actually. Because truth be told, I got. All right, never mind. Let me shut up.
Nah.
Because it involves who can win the championship.
All right.
Win the finals.
Let's just finish it out here. So Nets Bucks rematch conference finals. Who we got? Rematch from last year's semifinals in the conference finals, I should say.
Healthy team for Nets. Defense is still liability. Bucks are reigning champs. If Giannis is on his in the first 2 rounds, then it's just I got in 6.
Bucks heading back to the finals again. Suns versus Warriors in the West. Are we gonna have a rematch, Jay?
We might have a rematch. I got Suns in 7.
Whew, that would be a hell of a series. Rematch in the NBA Finals is what we're getting out of Jailen. Bucks versus Suns. Are we going back to back, Jay?
No, I'm not going back to the back.
Oh!
I think the Suns have a chip. Not a chip, not literally because they are the best team, one of the best teams. But they have that chip on their shoulder. Like I don't know if they went back and watched the tip and was like, yo, we got too emotional and we didn't play ball. Like Devin Booker, bro. He's been having a hell of a season, and it's just CP3's healthy again, So it's like Mikal Bridges, I just saw amazing stats today that this dude has not missed a game ever in his career.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
And even in college basketball,
yeah.
So that's over 500 and something games, dude. Never missed a game. That is amazing, bro. That is beautiful. But I really like the Suns team, and I just want to see Chris Paul win the ring, and I believe Booker deserves one too because he's been playing at a phenomenal level of basketball. So he's on his Kobe shit right now. He's really on his shit.
You gave me the Suns. Suns in how many?
Oh, 6.
All right. And while we're here, give me the Finals MVP.
Devin Booker.
All right.
Bro, I'm telling you, he has something to prove. I feel like. He
Ladies and
always has.
gentlemen, you have heard it here first on Talk of the Town. Jailen Lindsay has predicted Phoenix and Milwaukee will match up again in the NBA Finals, and this time it goes the Suns' way in 6 with Devin Booker bringing home the Finals MVP. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up with my side of the bracket. In the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, we got the Miami Heat against the Philadelphia 76ers. And to the surprise of many, Peyton Warnock will be picking against James Harden. Miami to win that series in 7. I'm still not a believer in Miami, but goddamn, James Harden out there looking slow, and he's looking less interested, less motivated than ever, and he never could get past anybody in the Western Conference ever. So what makes me think he's going to do it now that he's gotten worse in the Eastern Conference? Because I think the Eastern Conference might just be better now than the West was with him. Obviously, he's not playing a team like the Warriors, but if you really think about it, KD was out for the end of Game 5 one year and Game 6 that year. First year was out without KD. Second year was without KD. So the KD excuse is cool and all, but he really only played them for less than half of the time. So, whatever makes you feel better, Harden fans. I'm sorry he's not getting it this year. And I do hope that they do, though, because the things I might say about James Harden, if they lose, don't win that ring, it could get ugly. We could have an interesting video with a lot of likes and a lot of dislikes. I'll tell you that much. But
Lots of bodysuits.
Another rematch from last year, Bucks versus the Nets, second round matchup. And this year, I got it going the same way. Last year I made a mistake of picking the Lakers in the first round, and you think that 7th seed that's that talented eventually is going to have it figured out, but there's a reason that they're the 7th seed, Jay. You play 82 games. It's not like a shortened season where you play 50 and, it's not the same. You got 82 of them, and you came in 7th. It's great to look at them right now and be like, oh, they're healthy, they're good, everybody's good to go. But how do I know that's going to last? There's a reason you're the 7th seed, so I'm going to go Bucks in 6 against the Nets. I think Giannis has solidified himself as the best player in the world. Not saying he could be the MVP this year. We've had a lot of talk about that with LeBron back in the day, but I think Giannis is the best player in the world, and I think he's going to prove it again in this playoffs, and he's going to take down Brooklyn in the second round.
I was watching him play like a week ago, and it was just like to see him coming up the court, pulling for a 3, going take basket, and then step back in and hitting the fadeaway,
hook shots, fadeaways, threes. It's crazy, man.
It's like, bro, that man. You got to give credit where credit's due. It's like every area that they criticize him in, he's not perfected, but he's worked. You can see that he's worked on it.
He's improved significantly, for sure.
Crazy amount, bro. Even at the free throw line, that was his biggest defeat at one point.
Yeah.
It was the free throw line, and now he goes to the free throw line. What, averaging at least
70 probably.
70.
He might be 70.
And it was and it was just.
And last year he put up a 50 burger in Game 6 of the Finals, and what was he, 18 for 19 from the free throw line? So I've gotten past doubting Giannis. As time goes on, absolutely. I've seen him in the playoffs, and for a couple years he couldn't get it done, and the question was, could Giannis really win a ring? And he's done it, man. He shut up everybody, and it did take him a while, but he's only 26 years old still.
They're the kings of the East.
I think so. So while I'm talking about Giannis and his struggles, or maybe not struggles, but his inability to make the finals for a couple years prior to last, Memphis versus Golden State. Memphis is a team that I think is ridiculously talented, and nobody on that team gets enough credit other than Ja. Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Steven Adams was a great pickup, which I doubted a lot in the offseason.
I like that pickup from the get-go. Yeah. He's screen go guy.
So my concern with the Grizzlies is you take a team that's exactly the same as last year with change of one player, Steven Adams. That rotation is almost identical as it was last year, with some playing more or less minutes, but it's pretty much the same. And they beat the Warriors in the play-in. They win Game 1 against Utah, and then they get gentlemen swept. 5-game loss. And it's just, my problem with Memphis is there's no proof that they can do it in the playoffs. I believe they're going to easily win in the first round. But when a team is that young, you very rarely see them making huge dents in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you got a team of veterans, a team full of champions, a team with a player who was in the G League last year that's come up now starting, being the second option, averaging 18 a game in Jordan Poole. You got a guy who was called one of the biggest busts in the league who has come to the Warriors, and he is now an all-star starter, which granted he probably shouldn't have been, but he was still an all-star starter. He was still an all-star starter. I think the veteran presence of the Warriors is going to be too much. I think Steph Curry does things to the Grizzlies that not a lot of people talk about because the Grizzlies do happen to get the best of them 66% of the time, say 2/3 of the time. But I'm not saying, I know Dylan Brooks is a great defender, but that man can't guard Steph. And you got Klay Thompson back in the corner. You can run those double teams that you wanted to run in the play-in. Okay, here's Klay Thompson in the corner. You want to leave him? Oh, you want to leave Jordan Poole instead? Oh, you want to leave Wiggins? He shoot 40% too. Who you want to leave open? Dubs in 7 against the Grizzlies.
Andrew Wiggins is playing his best career basketball in the Warriors.
Right. And now another team that, unfortunately, I have no belief in, the Utah Jazz against the Phoenix Suns. I'm not even going to give you an explanation on this. Suns in 4. Utah, press that button. Boom! Blow it up. It's over. Send Mitchell to the Knicks. I don't care. Send Gobert to Dallas. It doesn't matter where they go. Blow that team up. It's over. Suns in 4. Warriors versus Suns to go to the finals. And, Jay, I don't know what to do with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Eastern Conference first while I think about it. So I'm going to go Heat Bucks. And after what happened to the Bucks in the bubble against Miami, they came back last year with a 4-0 sweep. And I don't see much different happening this year. I know K-Law was a big pickup, but Giannis is going to do what Giannis does, and the Bucks are going to advance to the finals in 5 games against the Miami Heat. And look to go back-to-back.
Ever since Kyle Lowry went to the Heat, you haven't heard a single thing about him.
That's true. They got so many good players, but I don't know if they have that guy. Of course, they don't. They did in the bubble, but I don't think they have that guy that's going to take over and win you that series. Like, their defense can possibly win them that series. I picked them because of their defense against the 76ers. You got Jimmy Butler, who's going to guard Harden. You got Bam Adebayo, who's going to guard Embiid. 2 great defenders. But now, I don't trust Bam against Giannis after what I saw last year.
Abused him.
4-game sweep. I mean, you also had dudes like Bryn Forbes going out there and scoring more than Jimmy Butler in that series. So the amount of trust I have in Jimmy Butler does not reflect what he did in that series. But either way, Bucks in 5 to go to the finals. And it all comes down to this. Phoenix versus Golden State to go to the finals. Jay, I don't give a shit. Warriors in 7. Warriors in 7. I mean, I'm betting on the health of the Warriors. I'm betting on Steph Curry to continue owning Chris Paul like he always has. And, you know, you got so many weapons now, hoping they're all healthy, but I don't know, man.
I respect that. You know, I mean, you're a fan of that team. You should be like, yo, my team's gonna take this. Doesn't matter how many games it takes. I'm not against that either because, like I said, that the Warriors team could win a championship. That team can win a championship.
I said this at the start of the year. You could go back and watch the video. We were doing a power rankings. I put the Warriors at 5th, and you know who I put at 1st? I said the healthy Warriors are number 1. When they're healthy, they're number 1, but right now they're 5th. And you know what they gonna be in the playoffs? They gonna be healthy, and they're going to play the Bucks in the finals.
That's a fun. Oh, that'd be a great series, dude.
In my heart of hearts, I want to see the Warriors play the Nets in the finals, but I just don't know if the Nets can do it from the 7th seed or the 8th seed.
I mean, I believe so. Like they're spanking the Cavs right now.
Yeah.
But I believe they can do damage to the defense's liability. You can't win a championship if you can't play defense.
Right.
And throughout the season, been their biggest liability. So it's hard to want to, especially against Giannis and Antetokounmpo, Who the hell guard him?
Ain't
Who
nobody guarded him.
who on the Nets will guard Giannis?
Nobody.
Exactly. And you can't do a boxing one because he's literally just gonna drive it and then kick it to
You got Drew
everybody.
Holiday shooting 40%. You got Middleton shooting close to 40%. So
And it's like, come on. So yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. That would be a great matchup. And if the Warriors were to go back, I would be so happy because it's just another stamp to Steph Curry's legacy. Because they doubt.
well, we're here. Bucks versus Warriors in the NBA Finals. I believe this would be a home series for Golden State, despite them having the same seed. I believe Golden State does have a better record by 1 game. So that does change things a little bit.
Wow, that's actually that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I believe this would be a home series for Golden State. And here we are back at that problem again. Who the hell is guarding Giannis? I know Draymond Green's a great defender, but that man is 6'6". Giannis is 6'11" with a 7.5-foot wingspan. I just don't know who's guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo. Drew Holiday is a great defender. I'm not saying he's going to put Steph Curry in prison because nobody can do that. But it's not going to be a Curry masterclass. It's not going to be his best finals series. I'm going to give it to the Bucks in 6, and we're going back to back.
Respect.
And y'all are finally gonna realize that Giannis is the clear-cut best player in the world. I said this in the finals last year. This man put up a 50 bomb to win the ring. Y'all were doubting him in the playoffs, and he said, "Here go 50 for that ring." Y'all should know by now. But if it takes the Bucks going back-to-back, beating Miami, Brooklyn, Chicago, and Golden State to win that ring, then so be it. I got Milwaukee beating the Warriors 4-2. It hurts me to say that. My faith in the Warriors is gonna be high, but after watching what I saw last year from the Bucks, and again, like I said about Brooklyn, I can't assume that Golden State is gonna continue to be healthy. Curry's coming back from an injury. The last time he came back from an injury first game, he tore his MCL. And while he did try to come back through that and play in the playoffs, I don't want to talk about what happened in the finals that year. It's not that, it's not important. It wasn't, anything historic or anything. It wasn't like a historic comeback or whatever. Anyway, that was Talk of the Town, episode 9, NBA playoff predictions. Y'all are watching this probably an hour from now. So if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more Talk of the Town coming soon. We're going to talk NBA awards next time you see us. So, Jay, if there's anything you want to say to the people, let's close us out.
You said it all. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and I appreciate y'all for being patient with us, especially me. But I hope y'all enjoy, like, subscribe, and check out Peyton's other stuff, man. Much love.
Appreciate y'all.